yeah, I'm stuffed crust. A nigga something extra, yeah, I'm stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, I'm stuffed crust. So it's cheese gonna bust, yeah, I'm stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, I'm stuffed crust. A nigga something extra, yeah, I'm stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, I'm stuffed crust. So it's cheese gonna bust, yeah, I'm stuffed crust.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the You Gotta Eat That Crust podcast, Stuffed Crust Movie Review Edition. Proud members of the You Run Podcast Network. You can find all of our shows and all the other members' shows at yourunpodcast.com. Check it out. Ryan cannot be with us tonight. He is out saving the world one chicken sandwich at a time with some poutine. Go follow him at get_wander_with_me. Wander with me. Authentic Maine comfort food on the go. With me tonight, my boy, the razor blade, the king of Connecticut, the mustard smuggler himself, Seamus Rogers. How's it going, Seamus?
What up, everybody? It's Shed Rogers here, the chicken foot cooker himself, on the mic, your favorite host with the most on the ones and twos. Let's go. What's up, guys? What up, Nate? What up, Greg?
Yeah. Also with us, he's not just a spectator this time. He's on the Stuffed Crust edition. You Can Eat That Crust podcast, Mr. Nate Harvey. How you doing, Nate?
I don't know how I can follow Seamus after that one.
Yeah, that's pretty
But I'm
tough.
doing great. Thanks for having me back, guys.
Good to have you on. Good to talk, man.
I don't think we can follow Seamus. The show is over.
I hear the Boys in the Woods have been playing out a lot lately.
We've been coming out of the woods here and there, you know.
One foot in, 1 foot out in the woods.
That's right.
Yeah, we
Every
had Nate.
Friday.
We had Nate. Hopefully not, though. Soon. 2 weeks notice.
What?
Inside joke.
Very vague.
We'll talk about it later. 2 week notice. Murphy's. Get out of here.
All right.
Also, we're having Nate on. You know, we'll talk about more why at the end, but we are reviewing the movie Beetlejuice. And Seamus, can you tell us about the movie Beetlejuice?
The spirits of a deceased couple are harassed by an unbearable family that has moved into their home, and they hire a malicious spirit to drive them out.
And this movie is directed by Tim Burton, 1988. Shit was popping off.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of, actually, before we get into that, there's a lot of cool movies. Fucking, out of these four movies, who do you think was number one? This is crazy to me. We got Coming to America, Big, Good Morning Vietnam, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh man,
Those are
I feel
all
like they're
huge.
all up there.
I know, but what's the number one grossing one, you think, if you had to guess?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Final answer.
Seamus?
Big.
It's actually, Big's actually the fourth place. It goes Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Coming to America, Good Morning Vietnam, and then Big.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking Big as
movies.
well.
Well, I was gonna go with Roger Rabbit too, but then you went with it, and I was just like, it's because of like, it was a all around audience, you know, like kids and I guess adults could enjoy it.
I would have figured that would have been like last, but what do I know?
It was a pretty big movie. I mean, every dude with testosterone wanted to bang Jessica Rabbit.
Right?
Sorry, not testosterone. Let me rephrase that. Any dudes are into ladies, even cartoon ladies.
Jessica Rabbit she's hot. She's still hot. I feel like she looks the
She
same.
might have been my first crush.
She hasn't aged
I mean,
at all.
her, Kathy Ireland, I don't know.
She might have even got drawn better lately.
Oh, I would love to see a Jessica Rabbit remake.
The spin-off. Anyway.
Some VR porn with that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Beetlejuice definitely was, I think it was number 10 in 88 for top grossing movie.
Yeah, I don't think I had big hopes for it at all at the time.
See, I did read it was like the 10th highest grossing film of 1988, but it smashed that 10. There's a lot of movies made in the year. I mean, there's probably a tenth of the movies made back then in a year as there are now, if not more.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, obviously the industry's changed a ton.
Now there's too much content.
Yeah, they were pumping them out back in the day. They didn't give a shit. They were fucking killing people left and right. They didn't give a fuck. Yeah, Beetlejuice is probably top 3 in '88, though. You know, in my opinion, at least. I don't want to gush over Beetlejuice all movie, but fucking movie's
one
amazing.
of the most popular movies of all time. I mean,
Yeah.
horror or comedy, whatever it is, consider both, I guess. But
Yeah, so obviously it's starring Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin, Michael Keaton.
So young and different.
Yeah, I know. Catherine O'Hara, and then, of course, Jeffrey Jones, and then Winona Ryder. Jeffrey Jones canceled a while ago.
Yep.
What character he played?
He's the dad.
Mr. Dietz
Oh,
himself.
I remember Lydia's dad from like so many 80s movies.
Oh, my God, so many dads.
That I can't name at the
So many
moment.
dads.
Wait, like, wasn't he was the principal in Ferris Bueller,
Yeah,
right?
Ferris Bueller, Howard the Duck.
Oh, that's right.
Tim Burton used them a lot, too, because I want to say he was in, like, Sleepy Hollow. And he was wearing one of those fucking wigs, the powdered wigs. I remember his fucking stupid ass in those powdered wigs.
I just remember him sitting on the bus pulling out the lid gummy bears on Ferris Bueller. Like he had a bad day. But yeah, he's like actually a nice dude in this. He's usually a piece of shit.
Well, he's like I said, he's a piece of shit in real life.
Yeah.
But he's actually great in this. Like he's fantastic in this. But it's like it's tough.
Oh, he was great in everything he did.
Yeah.
I thought back then. I don't know what he did to get canceled. But...
child porn, I believe.
oh,
Yeah.
ouch.
Yep, that's it.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
Every time.
yeah, they'll get you every time. So
Unless you're a good athlete and you want to go to the Olympics, you know, then you can be a child rapist and play for a team.
oh Jesus, that's right, that fucking guy. Yeah,
What is it, Netherlands or something?
I'm not.
I mean,
I don't
it
know.
wasn't. I guess it wasn't rape, but you know what is statutory rape? But still,
Yeah, I just like the guy with the gun in the break dancer. I didn't know much about it. I was just like, they let a rapist in the Olympics. It's like, okay.
yeah, he was like 19 and she was like 12. Imagine how pissed
Yikes.
that dad is.
Someone should have said Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he would have taken care of that.
Taking care
Ghost
of that.
for the most
that
would
rapist.
take care of any rapist.
Yes, I should hope so. This is
I want to see a darker version of Beetlejuice where like people hire him to take care of scumbags.
well, that's funny because Beetlejuice is supposed to be like a straight horror movie at
Right.
first.
Well, it was
like-
gonna be
And
very
he was
differently,
supposed to
yeah.
be a rapist as well.
really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Freddy Krueger.
His original character, he was supposed to like rape Lydia's older sister or something like that.
I mean, I
It's-
don't
it
think
gets
it's
pretty
too
graphic.
far-fetched from his character.
I don't
yeah.
think
We just didn't see him rape anybody, but
Right,
I'm
right.
saying Beetlejuice.
We get the PG
definitely
version
is
of
rapey.
Yeah, yeah, and that's not far from the '80s either, because we just did Back to the Future as well, and and Back
Yeah,
to the Future was
like-
also very rapey.
I wonder if they would even write a character like Beetlejuice in a movie now. Like, I wonder because Beetlejuice 2 is obviously coming out finally. I mean, he's been wanting to do this movie since 1990, I believe, the sequel.
Who, Tim Burton
But I wonder
or Keaton?
if he's still going to
think
be
everybody.
Tim Burton. I wonder if he's still going to be like a womanizer in the sequel.
Yeah, it'll be curious to see how PC it is this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a very liberal Beetlejuice.
Yes, yes. We'll see.
Who knows? I mean, it might not just be as overt.
I eat gluten free now.
Yeah, this one's rated PG-13, so it might be a little more than the last one.
Yeah, because the other one was PG. But
The other one was PG. He was like shit, and he said like shit a few times. I
He
think.
said fuck too.
Man.
Nice fucking model.
yeah, when he kicks the tree,
Best line.
What?
Best line of the movie, right?
I don't
there.
know, man. When he goes up that dial, when he's like introducing himself, how he said he went to Juilliard and shit. He goes,
Oh, yeah.
I've seen The Exorcist. He's like, it's
Oh,
funnier
there's so
every
many
time.
lines.
Yeah, dude. I think we can all say like it's his favorite movie as well too, but like or his favorite role that he's done. And
Killed it.
He
That's-
fucking crushes it. He's
Like-
so fucking funny.
His
Mostly
persona is
improv,
brilliant.
too.
Brilliant. Yeah,
It is, yeah.
style- It's brilliant. Like, it just sucks that he wasn't in the movie more.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Well, I mean,
14 total minutes or something.
Well,
Yeah.
if he was in the movie more, like would it have been as effective? You know, like he could have like worn himself
True.
out. You know, with that shit.
It's just perfect the way it was. Can't change it. Yep. Classic.
It was, but
He's got 16 minutes in the sequel.
yeah. It's 14 and a half. Yeah, so obviously Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, their characters, the Matlins. They try to avoid a dog.
You say the
like,
Matlins? It's the Maitlands.
The Maitlands. Okay, yeah.
Right, so yeah, the movie starts with they're at the house, and their annoying the pushy real estate lady shows up, right?
Oh my
Pushing
god,
them
yeah.
to sell the house. House is too big for them, and you get the sense that they want a family, right? That they've been trying to have a family.
Yeah, they can't.
And so they run a hardware store downtown, and then they got to go grab something, so they take a ride, right?
Yeah.
And then
Do they
this
come
is
back
like
from
the
that
most
ride?
unthought out like death scene. Like they put like no effort into this.
Yeah.
That dog tried really hard. Okay.
Yeah. The best part about it was the dog standing on the plank, holding them up, with their feet are tottering on the bridge, and the dog gets off, and then they fall into their demise.
It's because that dog had a heavy heart.
Yeah, there's like, let's just, we don't have to put too much into this. Let's just kill them off real quickly and get on to the good stuff.
Right.
Yeah, because they don't really explain it. They just walk back in the house. They're like, "Oh, I don't remember how we got here," and then just
Well, exactly. Like, yeah, it's been like 2 months or something. Or yeah, I think they explained it like 2 months have passed, and they come in and like the fire's going, and they don't remember how they got back there.
Fun fact about that crash: they actually had to flood out that river, so that the car could be submerged into the water, because it's not really it's a very shallow creek that runs through that area.
Gotcha.
So what you're saying is they wouldn't have died, probably.
They probably would have died. It's pretty rocky.
I mean,
But
who knows? It wasn't that high though. But
it's a little sketch.
It's possible they would have died even without drowning, and it's possible they would have just got messed up. But, I was waiting to see that dog again, though.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in the second one, there's the ghost version.
Are you spoiling something already?
I haven't seen it yet. It's not out.
So obviously, yeah, like the lady, what's her name? The realtor, who's the worst.
Jane, I think.
Sells the house, making double the money.
Right. She gets to sell it twice or whatever.
Sell it twice. Yep.
Yeah.
Smooth.
The new family moves in, right? The Dietzes.
Yeah. The Deets.
And they try to scare them out, but they can't seem to like see them, right?
They cannot see them. Lydia eventually sees them when they're wearing their ghost sheets over their head, and she thinks they're like perverts.
And her stepmom, Delia, is annoying as shit.
Oh yeah,
like she's a douche that like thinks she's an artist and she just wants to gut the whole house.
Oh, I love her.
And yeah, she's great. She ends up gutting the whole house, not just the interior but the exterior. Like it all comes out gaudy.
I mean, what do they owe these dead people? They just got to steal in a house.
One thing I'm hoping about, like the sequel, is maybe it'll answer some of the damn questions I've had for so many years. Like, who makes the rules and make them make sense? Like, they can't go. They go outside, but like, the moment passes, 2 hours have passed. There's a floating door to get back in. They're in this cheesy sand world with sandworms that like to eat spirits.
Well, aren't they? They're in there for like 163 years or something like that, right?
125 or something. And what's that rule about? Who made that up?
There's some serious questions.
Yeah.
we got to get you the handbook, and then
Right,
the sequel sucked.
I need the handbook of the recently diseased.
What are you trying to tell us?
No, remember he just pronounced it wrong, Adam.
Oh, does he? Okay, nice. Damn it. Smooth joke.
I love that they come back from the dead, and there's like advertisements on the TV of Beetlejuice's business.
Yeah.
Again, with the rules, they like find this book, it teaches them how to draw a door on the wall, and it ends up going into the waiting room, which is also one of the most fascinating things and aspects.
We got to knock 3 times, right?
Yeah, he had to knock 3 times. It didn't work until then. Inside the waiting room, though, we have the diver that got eaten by a shark, The magician's beautiful assistant that got sawed in half.
Speaking of her, here's a fun fact there. That's Tim Burton's wife's or girlfriend's legs that he's rubbing there.
Oh, yeah. You're skipping forward.
Sorry, you said the cut in half lady. That's all. Sorry.
And she's still waiting in the waiting room.
Yeah.
But anyway, the guy that swallowed the bone.
Yep.
The camper that was sleeping in his sleeping bag when the rattlesnake found its way in, and the iconic hunter with the shrunken head, right?
Don't forget Flight 409.
What is Flight 409?
So it's an actual plane crash that it was a United.
Oh, the football team.
Nope, I don't think so. I don't know.
There's someone else.
It's somewhere in there. It's about Flight 409, but it's a real flight. It was a United flight. It went from New York to San Francisco, and it crashed in Wyoming, killing all 66 people on board.
Oh wow!
So
Bruce Willis.
Some real relevance to the movie. I don't know.
Kind of like the one that just went down. Where was it? Brazil.
Oh, it's getting too real.
Like 60,
that shit was crazy.
60 people. But yeah, I remember them. I remember hearing the announcement while they're there about Flight 409, but I didn't put it together.
Maybe it's just the announcement, but it is a true event.
Yeah, so they probably don't show it. They're probably just teasing it over the air, over the airline, like hey, what's up?
Yeah. Also, I was super young. I probably don't even. I don't remember what 409 was, unless I'm giddying up. Or was that? That's Giddy Up. There's that 309 now. Now I don't even know my jingles. Giddy Up 409.
I thought you were going, what's his name? Kevin Millar. That's Cowboy Up.
Yeah, Cowboy Up.
Oh, what an idiot.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah, I was loving the Cowboy Up phase.
Woo!
But anyways, so they're trying to get an appointment with their caseworker, Juno, right?
Juno.
And so they sit down. After talking to the lady at the counter, they sit down, and I love the scorched guy who's smoking in the waiting room.
You want a cigarette?
He offers Adam a smoke. And they finally get their number called, and the flattened guy on the wire comes out.
Oh, I love that guy.
And he's like, "How do I look?" He says, "No mirrors in here." He's like, "I'm feeling a little flat."
Yeah. Yeah.
he just disappears into the crack in the wall.
Yeah, he goes in the small crack. Yeah.
So then they got walking through the facility. They find the lost souls room.
Yeah.
The janitor tells them death for the dead. Those are the spirits that have been exorcised. And they go through another door, and then they're back home. It looks different because Delia's changed the place around, and supposedly they've been gone for 3 months. Because Juno shows up their caseworker Juno shows up and tells them they've been gone for 3 months. Their task is basically to scare them out and get their house back. I don't understand that either. It's like create your own haunted house, scare them out, or else you don't get afterlife health insurance. I don't know.
But they also suggest that they want to use. They heard.
Well, yeah, they ask about Beetlejuice, right?
Yes,
and she shushes them before they can finish saying his name once, and she warns them against it.
And said that he was her assistant, or he was her assistant. Yeah.
Right, they used to work together.
Yep. Don't trust that motherfucker.
And about this time, I think, is when they meet Lydia. They go back trying to haunt. They're not ready to use Beetlejuice yet, and they go back and this is where they put the sheets on. And Lydia catches them and takes a photo. First, she thinks it's her parents, right?
She thinks it's Jeffrey Jones being a pervert.
Yeah. And she looks at the Polaroid and sees that they're floating.
No feet.
And so I think this is like after it doesn't work, this is when they get desperate and finally go seeking Beetlejuice. So they go into the model, right? The model of the town.
Yeah.
They go to the cemetery to find him. And they say his name. And
how many times?
I just wonder 3 times. And I just wonder, like, where's Beetlejuice's power come from? How come he's got powers that other ghosts don't have?
It's a good question.
Maybe we'll find out and Beetlejuice.
He has control over the living and the dead. Like, he's the Lich King. Yeah. Like, how do you protect yourself against that, I guess?
He did go to Julia.
It's funny, like, he's trying to convince them to hire him, I guess, right? And I love this. When they're about to leave and he changes into like the same clothes as Adam. He's like, we have shot at the same store.
Yeah.
Khakis.
Yeah, that whole monologue is fucking fantastic, dude.
So good.
The opening with Beetlejuice is probably the funniest part of the whole movie.
When he's home by himself, watching, like doing the thing, or
no, when he's just pitching to them when he first
pitching to them.
Yeah, it's fucking shit's hilarious.
Because you see a brief scene of him before that, and he's like home.
Oh yeah, like looking at the recently deceased, like because he's
he was looking at the obituaries.
Newspaper.
Yeah.
So then, what is it? Delia has her dinner party, right?
Yeah.
And you have that iconic scene with Deo, which was almost cut from the movie. I mean, it was kind of cheesy scene, but everyone remembers that, and I guess it went over well. Audiences liked it. But I just love the part where they storm up when they're trying to find him afterwards, and they storm up the stairs and like then knocking on the attic door, and Delia's like, "Open the door, you dead people!"
Yeah. The Otho, that guy's awesome as well too.
Yeah, Otho. This is where Otho, Virgin, bust in the attic, and Otho finds the book, right?
Yes, yeah.
The book of the recently diseased,
and
he steals it. Is this where Beetlejuice kind of scares everyone out of the house?
Yeah, that's when he turns into the snake.
Yeah,
he turns into the snake on the banister and shit.
Right, and then they call him. They end up. He gets extreme. Lydia's scared. Even she runs, and like they say his name, and they call him back. And he's super annoyed. They stopped him in action. A professional at his craft.
Yeah, that's when he kicks the tree, right?
So then he decides to blow off some steam, and he decides to go to the Netherworld whorehouse.
Oh my god, yeah, that shit's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's when he blows it. First, she has him in her hand, and he blows up and he spikes himself up.
Oh yeah. She picks him up because she's standing over the model, and he's shrunken, and she grabs him, and he has the thorns come out of him, right?
And then he's dancing his way to the strip club, with the thorns sticking out of him still.
Which, hey, that scene is right in front of the hardware store. If you look in the background.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, what is it? Like the next door to it or something?
Yeah, it's literally right in front of the fire station. It's like
nice.
It's like they use that driveway as that set, apparently.
And so, I don't know. They leave at this point, right? The Nates, what's the name?
The Maitlands.
The Maitlands. And so Lydia goes looking for him, right? And this is where she ends up
talking to Beetlejuice. Yeah,
Beetlejuice. I'm the ghost with the most, babe. And then he eats a cockroach in front of her.
Yeah.
And so I think so Delia ends up having another douche party, right?
Yeah.
And
they're trying to Otho's got the book, and they're trying to
Otho's been studying the book, and he ends up conjuring them with the use of their wedding clothes.
Yeah, they need something they possessed or whatever, something of their possession.
Right. That's always the rule in every movie.
Yeah, classic
move right there.
That's what I do.
So he's successfully he conjures them, but his spell seems to be killing them, right? And
yep, it's drying out like prunes. Yeah,
he can't control it. So this is where Lydia gets desperate and calls in Beetlejuice, and this is one of the best scenes of the movie.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Kmart shoppers.
She has to agree to marry him for his help.
Yeah, that shit. Oh my god, that part's fucking hilarious as well too. When he takes out Adam's teeth.
When he's trying to rush the wedding ceremonies on, he's silencing everybody.
Yeah. And he's trying to tap on the sheet, but he's doing a dance and tapping at the same time as well. Fucking hilarious.
Or when the justice of the peace or whatever is don't say my name. And he's like, do you take her? And then he has to walk away and be like, I don't know, this is kind of a big deal.
Funny, that's a fun fact about that. Do you know who that is?
The Justice of Peace?
Yeah.
No.
It's fucking, I'm pretty sure it's Tony Cox. I mean, it's the small person from Tony Cox from Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah, he was also in...
He's in a ton of shit, yeah. But yeah, it's Tony.
He was Sinbad.
Yeah. Sinbad. Oh yeah, he's in Robin Hood. He's in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Men in Tights too. Yeah. He's
Tony
little man in tights and little tights.
Yeah, he's awesome. But I thought that was funny. That's him. It was either that was my first guess was Warwick Davis, And my second guess was him.
So yeah, he's managing to like silence everybody from saying his name right, but so this is where he sends Barbara Gina Davis out of the house. I don't know how he did that, but Beetlejuice has powers that are unbeknownst to the rest of us.
Yeah, well, she said his name once. She threw a zipper on her mouth. She unzipped her mouth and said it again, and then he threw like a fucking metal steel plate on him.
Yeah, right. And then he just banishes her from the house. And this is where I would love to find out how she tamed the sandworm and ended up riding it through the roof of the house. Then next thing you know, she's just standing there next to Lydia while the worm ate Beetlejuice and carries him through the floor.
Right? How does that happen?
I don't know.
I want some answers, Burton.
Clearly, it wasn't the end. He's rotting away like Boba Fett in the Sarlacc pit, but he gets out for Beetlejuice 2, I think.
He's got it.
The worm shits him out or something. I mean, it's not his worst day, right? It's Beetlejuice. No. And this is, kind of where the movie ends. But you see, after this, everything's happy. You see the Maitlands and the Dietzes seem to be living together harmoniously. And then they have there's another singing scene, and then we go back
Lydia
to the
comes home
room,
and gets the good grades. She gets the good grades.
Right. Yeah. Right, but everyone's on board. The parents seem to be happy as well.
Yeah.
But then we got Beetlejuice in the waiting room, right? And this is where he's groping Tim Burton's wife's legs.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's the time. Sorry.
The cut in the half lady. He's groping her. Her legs are on one side of him, and her torso is on the other, and he's like groping her. And this is where he moves his seat, and then he sees his numbers like 5 trillion or something, and the witch doctor's is like number 4.
Yeah, and it's number 3 or whatever.
He does a little distraction and steals his number, his deli number. And,
I guess I'm next.
So he sprinkles the powder on him, and his head starts shrinking. And you're messing with my hair.
That's my question. Does he start off with a shrunken head in Beetlejuice 2?
He's got to.
He's got it, right?
He goes for the most.
Pretty funny joke.
He's the ghost with the most. Clearly, he found a way to get out of that.
He's got a way. I hope so. I mean, the previews, he has a human-sized head. So
I haven't seen the previews. Is he wearing his suit again?
I feel like he is wearing. I feel like I've seen him in the preview with a shrunken head, though. I swear I have. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm making that up.
Yeah, there's a lot of shrunken heads in it.
Yeah, okay.
In the preview, yeah.
Wow, the witch doctor sounds like a menace in the afterlife, huh?
I mean, that was one of the most memorable jokes, was the witch doctor and the shrunken head.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna. There's no way they're not gonna play off it. I mean, this is.
Like I said, I hope that they explain things more and you learn about him, maybe more of his past and like how he got his powers. I think that's kind of necessary, unless you want to keep it vague and just keep going about it being silly, I guess, but.
And
I think the people deserve some answers.
I agree. And we can tell the people, Nate, that you worked on Beetlejuice 2, correct?
This is true. I did.
Nate worked on Beetlejuice 2, which is pretty badass. Yeah. I'm pretty amazed that, you did friggin' all the movies you've done, but it's just,
Beetlejuice 2, I can die a happy man now.
Yeah. So when Beetlejuice 2 comes out, can we bring you on and talk about that more?
Yeah, we can do like a deep dive and behind the scenes stuff. I definitely have some awesome stories from that movie.
We're going to see it. We got tickets to see it.
Yeah.
So we'll have the full review.
Oh yeah, we're taking notes in the theater.
Yep.
Looking forward to
live podcast.
Part 2 with Nate. And so do you know some of these questions I want to know and you just can't tell me, or you just don't have any clue on that?
Anything.
Yeah, he hasn't seen it. Like he doesn't.
Nope. What I can say is I worked in Vermont for the summer. We built the house, we built the bridge, we built the downtown, but everything else they filmed in London. So
the first one was filmed in Vermont, East Corinth. It was actually supposed to be. It was in a fictional town, Winter River in Connecticut.
I was going to ask you how close you are to Winter River.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
So you're very close.
Fine.
Winter River is not a real town. Is it so boring in Connecticut? His dad. Yeah.
Well,
yes, it is. That's why everybody drinks so much.
Isn't much more exciting. No, it's a cool town, and like you see in the intro to the movie where they just fly over the whole town. That is it right there.
So is that where you worked in East Corinth?
Yep. Spent all last summer up there.
Nice.
And it was quite the experience, especially once everyone found out what we were doing. We just had paparazzi, news crews, and bystanders every day,
Nate,
just taking pictures. And
sorry to interrupt. Do you want to introduce your cat?
my cat?
Oh, so your cat meowing in the background? I couldn't hear.
Oh, is it? All right. So funny story. So I'm outside. I have my headphones in. I couldn't hear that. So that is a stray cat, and his name is Taco. And he just hangs out here and eats. And my dog Zero loves him. Just like,
oh, so it's his homeless friend.
It's hung out for like over a year at this point.
Homeward bound.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a super friendly cat. Yeah. So yeah, he just he wanted to be a part of the show.
I hear crickets now too.
Yeah.
It's all good. We've had
Taco.
We hear crickets all the time.
Taco, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on and meowing.
Plus, you gonna eat that crust podcast. We're used to crickets.
Hey-o.
But yeah, definitely gonna have Nate back on for Beetlejuice 2. I do have a would you rather that I'm gonna fire off real quick to the boys. So stay tuned for some other shit. Shit.
Would you rather?
Shit. All right. Would you rather fight a sandworm from Dune or Tremors? I did have Beetlejuice, but Sean said Tremors. I forgot about Tremors. I thought it'd be cooler for a sandworm, a Dune sandworm, or a Tremor sandworm. Which one would you want to face off against? Seamus.
I mean, that's easy. Like, people were beating them in Tremors, right?
Kind of. I mean, they had like
Even
2 or 3 of them. They fucking
the
killed
guy
them.
from Family Ties was killing it.
That's true. Yeah. Alex P. Keaton. Oh, no,
Alex P. Keaton.
that's Michael J. Fox. It's something Keaton.
Michael Keaton. That's Beetlejuice and Batman. So actually, that's funny because Tim Burton was working on Batman at the same time he was filming this, but like he had only done Pee-wee's Big Adventure at this point. So Warner Brothers was working with him on it, but they weren't ready to greenlight the movie for him. So he was doing Beetlejuice as some filler work in between, and he actually had to fight to get Keaton starring as Batman in the movie.
No shit.
And because Keaton wasn't very well known either at this time, and so after Beetlejuice and Batman, they were gold, made men.
It's Stephen Keaton, by the way, the father of Alex P. Keaton.
So back to that. Sorry. I'm totally taking on like the ones of Tremors. Also, the ones in like Dune are like 10 times larger, aren't they?
Yeah, I should have thought of the worm scale. I know they have it. Nate, what about you? Have you seen any of these movies?
I don't even like a worm the size of my finger. I don't want to mess with a worm the size of a friggin' factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my boy Timothy Chalamet, and we're gonna go Dune. We're doing this thing up.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
I want to see you do the thumper walk.
Yeah, you'll be impressed.
The desert dance or whatever.
The desert dance.
That's what Nate's being for Halloween this year.
It is. It's true.
Don't forget, you also have to drink your own urine in that.
Someone peeling out on the podcast, dude. Nice.
You're going to be hunting dune worms.
Someone's going to burn out right on the podcast. Nice.
Dune worms, you have to drink your own urine.
I'm doing it. All
I
right.
can do it.
Nate, would you rather face the cocaine bear or the cocaine shark?
Cocaine bear. I'm not a great swimmer, so that would just be a mess to begin with.
How are you at running and climbing?
Oh, I'm fast. I'm
Okay.
fast. On my kickball team, they used to call me Wheels.
Cool.
So, I got that.
Yeah, but you can't run on water. They didn't call you Jesus.
No.
Hey.
Although my hair is getting long, and I do. All right, I got nothing.
Yeah, your hair's pretty sweet. Of course, I'm jealous of your hair.
You know, when you're one of the boys in the woods, you don't really
You're not allowed to get haircuts.
Worry about how you look, right?
No. The grizzlier, the better.
I do.
That's right. Maybe you'll be mistaken for another bear and it won't attack you.
Oh, that's just one of them boys in the woods.
And so I'm going with Nate on this because I would rather take on a bear any day over a shark.
Yeah, you know, when I was writing this question, I was like, I had the obvious answer. Because I was like, you're fighting the bear in his habitat, but you're also fighting the shark in his habitat. But, like, obviously you can maneuver on land.
We share habitats with the bear, totally foreign in the water. You don't stand a chance.
What would Michael Phelps say? He would probably say, I'll take the cocaine shark and snort it. You're on an island. You only got one movie to watch. Seamus, would you rather watch Beetlejuice or Back to the Future, recently covered film?
Ooh, both classics, both iconic in my childhood. And they're both, you could do so much of them. You can make so many films or a mini series on both, right?
Right, yeah. They're both great. That's why I asked the question.
I don't know. Whatever washes up in the shore, I'm not going to complain.
Oh. Nate.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, they're both probably, they're both amazing. I'm gonna go with Beetlejuice just because
you worked on Beetlejuice
because I lived
too.
it and I feel a part of it.
That's
closer to you.
Yeah,
it's closer to you. You've experienced it. You've been a part of the saga.
Yeah.
I would say Back to the Future for me, but I think obviously they're both amazing movies. I think Michael Keaton is funnier than anything in Back to the Future, but again, he doesn't have the time that, you know, all the other characters in Back to the Future
great,
have.
But he was no Michael Keaton.
Oh, God, no. Hello?
I think I'd rather travel through time than go to the afterlife. But that being said, we all die, right? So I'd like to traverse the netherworld as well. And, you know, I don't know if I'd hang out with Beetlejuice because he doesn't seem like a very savory character. But I would like to meet him at least.
He's your understudy.
I'd like to get a photo with him, you know.
There you go.
But now, hold on. Do they have... the ghost take a photo? Because remember, they look in the mirror and they can't see the reflection.
It's true.
Yep. Lydia only got a photo because they were wearing the sheets, right?
You'd have to like pour some kind of like liquid on them, like some paint.
But is Beetlejuice above that? You know, does he get his photo taken?
Beetlejuice is the ghost of the most, so he probably doesn't even need a camera. He's just going to give you a photo right then and there. Having a lucrative business doing so many things, positive things even. But
here's the real question: is his hair blonde or green?
I think it's blonde, but it's got like mold in it.
Yeah, it's gross. Obviously. All right, I got two more, and these are both from Sean Rogers himself, and one of them made me laugh so fucking much I had to put it in. Okay, would you rather empty a porta potty or a septic tank, Nate?
You know what? Here's the funny part about this is I thought about this the other week when I watched someone empty a porta potty. I'm like, imagine being that guy.
I thought that many times, but I hate feeling that. Like we all have a job to do, I guess.
I think I'd do septic tank.
I feel like
you don't have to move the tank.
Because you don't have to get like up close to it and actually smell the construction workers' shit.
Exactly. You just put it in there, suck it out. And you leave.
Right, you just hook it up to that tube or from the side of the house or whatever.
But the porta potty, you got to restock.
You got to get in there. You got to restock. You got to spray it down. Yeah, you got to try and scrub off.
They like pick it up by hand, so it's a weird.
And you got to spend some time scrubbing off the penis Sharpie drawings.
Yeah.
So definitely a septic tank.
Okay.
Plus, the septic tank guy's probably like a licensed plumber, and he's making like twice as much as the porta potty.
Totally making more. Yeah.
No, I don't think any of them are licensed, but
that's true. Our porta potty guy's not too cool after the poop incident we had. All right, this is the last one.
I used to like when I was dating, like I was like used to be like on Match, and I'd like meet a girl. I'd be like, "What do you do?" I'd be like, "Oh, I clean latrines." Like what? I was like, yeah, I do concerts and events and stuff.
Ugh, that's the
I do event
worst.
work.
Gross.
Yeah, imagine me. No,
That's Charlie work
never
right
do
there.
that job.
Gross.
No thanks. I don't even like cleaning my own shit. I'm not cleaning up yours.
Okay. The last one. Would you rather step on a rusty nail or pick up poop with your bare hand?
Who's poop?
Wow.
Dog poop?
Sure, yeah. This is Sean's.
I was figuring to step on a rusty nail or get caught in a bear trap.
Yeah, that's it was
Either way, it's about the same. It's about the same. So I'd rather pick up poop, but if it were the alternative, I'd rather step on a nail. I
Yeah,
can
I'd go
wash
nail.
my hands.
You're stepping on a nail over picking up poop with your bare hands?
Well, did we
It
ever
has to
figure out
go
what
through
poop
your
it
foot.
was?
It doesn't matter what kind of poop it is. I don't care if it's a pile of
Is
dinosaur
the poop
and you
going to
stick
give
your
us a
hand in it
disease
and
or
go.
some
No,
flesh-eating
no, there's
bacteria?
No, this poop is disease.
So you're just picking up the poop, cleaning up, and washing, and you're going about your day?
Exactly. Or you're stepping on a nail, a rusty one, and going to the hospital, getting a tetanus shot.
I literally had to pick up poop this morning. I don't know which animal it was, but one of them left me a present.
Did you pick it up with your bare hands?
No, I used paper towels.
Okay.
Our guest host, Nate, here, I would liken him to Albert Fish, and he would rather step on a nail.
Well, he doesn't know who Albert Fish is, but he's going to find out.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
he is. Self-masochistic.
Yeah. He's a true crimer, probably the most fucked up one.
He's a monster.
Oh, yeah. He's shoved all sorts of things up his butt.
Oh, nice.
I mean, do what you want to your own butt. I'm talking about, like, the torture and killing of children.
Well, yeah, that part's fucked. Yeah, look up the Grace. If you guys don't know Albert Fish, look up the Grace Bud letter. You're welcome if you're fucked up. But that real quick there with the cops. The cops were like fucking
back to the family.
Yeah, he was writing back to the family because he was getting taunted by like cops or whatever on the newspaper. But there was a part where the police came to his house and he had all these like hot dogs and all sorts of fucked up shit he was sticking up his ass, and the cops were like looking at it and like grabbing his door like, what is this shit? And they're all like playing with it. He's like, I stick it up my ass.
Who did that? What is that?
That was Albert Fish. When the cops came, they were like digging through his drawers.
Oh, I thought you were doing a parody of Albert.
No, they found like all the hot dogs and they were like, they were joking around. They're like, oh, what's this? And he's like, I stick them up my ass. And they like dropped him instantly. They're like, what the fuck?
Well, back then, cops didn't want to have to deal with any homosexualness.
Yeah, well, still, I mean, you don't want
And
to.
it lasted like 100 years after that.
I don't care. I'm completely fine with all that stuff, but I still don't want to hold hot dogs that have been up people's asses.
No.
I don't either. It's a good point. I mean, fair
Unless
enough.
they've been up your
drop it.
ass, Seamus.
I mean, I remember I was on the deck at my friend's house, and this ball bearing comes rolling down the deck, and I picked it up and grabbed it before it would fall through one of the cracks, and handed it back to the guy, and then I realized it's part of his Prince Albert, and I'm like, oh, God, I'm going to go wash my hands now.
Thanks,
I would have let that fall in the dirt.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well, on that note,
Yeah.
Don't pick up strange ball bearings.
Yeah, Nate's stepping on a nail. Seamus is picking up poop. I'm gonna step on a nail while picking up poop, just to do it. But again, thanks for Nate for coming on. We're definitely having him back for Beetlejuice 2.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be
Yeah,
great.
man, it's good to chat, and I can't wait to hear some of the stories from the set and
Oh, it's good.
pick your brain
It's
on it.
good.
Good.
It's good.
And yeah, you join us next time. I don't want to announce what's coming out next because I don't know when this is coming out. Who knows? Probably before Beetlejuice, hopefully. But yeah,
That's coming real quick.
it is.
Just remember, it's the podcast with the most, baby.
That's right.
Oh, Eat That Crust podcast.
That's right. I want to end it with you guys each doing your best Beetlejuice impression.
Oh,
And
God.
the
I knew
phrase
this was
is,
coming.
let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose. Let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose. Yeah, that was improv. I just did that. That was my first time. Nate,
Oh, I did.
come on.
What was it? Let's turn on the juice and see what gets loose.
And
Is
see
that
what shakes loose. Let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose.
Let's turn off the juice and see what shakes loose.
That was good.
Let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Nope. Know what I mean? That's a good part. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously you can follow us on all things, social medias, Instagram, Facebook, find us on Spotify, Apple Pod, YouTube, all things podcast. If you want to donate to our Patreon on Anchor, that would be awesome. We appreciate it. Obviously, 5-star review on all things podcast. 5-star review on all things podcast. But if you guys drop us a review, we'd appreciate it. And, Ryan's going to give us his views on Beetlejuice, I'm sure, as well. I'm sure he'll be in
Keep
this
listening
episode.
to the podcasters with the most.
Seamus, got anything to plug or anything? Or
My butt?
yeah, with that Prince Albert.
No Albert Fish stuff.
All right.
I'm good. I just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you, Nate, for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. And remember, in
Crust,
we
trust.
You know what I mean?
Stuff crust, yeah, stuff crust. A nigga some mystery, yeah, stuff crust. Stuff crust, yeah, stuff crust. Which juice gonna bust, yeah, stuff crust. Stuff crust, yeah, stuff crust. A nigga some mystery, yeah, stuff crust. Stuff crust, yeah, stuff crust. Which juice gonna bust, yeah, stuff crust.